Well, hello there, Libra. Welcome into a random next 48-hour tarot reading for you. Please do keep in mind that these general messages are meant to pertain to around the next 48 for you, around the next 2 days, beginning when you tune into this video, this reading. But as you can see, in the last attempt to get your reading done, I did pull these three main Find Your Happy oracles, so we're going to stick with them, all right? I unfortunately discovered that about halfway through the reading, my microphone was plugged in, but then not on me. It was sitting with my rings over here. Anyways, only the best for my Librans. So we're beginning your next 48 reading with I Learned the Way on the Way. And so this very much was the main message in the last attempt because Spirit is saying very clearly, Libra, thinking back simplistically, you've always figured it out, right? You've always learned the way on the way. Yeah, sure, you could view some decisions and whatnot as mistakes, but everything holds purpose along your Libran path, all right? And there's no exception to your current day reality and your path moving forward because I'm hearing the journey continues. The journey continues, Libra. Your path is developing in so many epic ways at this time, while they're saying you will have to continue to learn the way on the way. And you're really good at this. But we're moving on to issues or just old patterns that I, as a Libra, need to address. And so there could be certain things that you have on repeat, right? Certain old patterns, habits, maybe addictions playing into this for some. But I do feel that you need to remember that you're in the driver's seat, especially when it comes to what is to be labeled by Spirit as issues, all right? Now, I feel like your mindset, your perception, perspective, your approach to a situation that holds a lot of imperfection at this time, while it also holds a lot of benefits, right? A lot of positivity in certain ways. You're just needing to maybe adjust how you're thinking about it, viewing it, feeling in the moment. I know it's not always easy, excuse me. I know it's not always as easy to do, but I also feel like you're just needing to, like in Aquarius's reading, be flexible, all right? And adjust. But we're moving on to the third card. My life is an experiment. I embrace the exploration. And so I feel like this is a time where we're each individually needing to explore more, embrace that, that aspect of our individual path. When was the last time you went out for a random adventure, on a random adventure? When was the last time you decided to up and migrate to somewhere new, to go try something different, to create new energy, a spark of inspiration maybe, to create new passion for what feels to be a very repetitive path that you've been, walking? As I said that really loud. Anyways, but I do feel that these three cards as well hold relevance for your reading for your next 48. They're saying that there are absolutely no wrong decisions along your Libran path, but you grow from all your choices, all right? Because it feels like there could be certain factors, and it could be Spirit at a specific point, certain factors of your current day reality seem to highlight and remind you of certain choices you made that weren't the best. And I do feel like a lot of you were manipulated or treated poorly, and that could have been Spirit once again, where you then chose something you wouldn't have otherwise, all right? So just remember that you grow from all your choices, and maybe at times you need to recognize when it wasn't your choice. But I do also feel like there's a significance and an importance to you letting go of what you cannot change, all right? Where does your control lie, Libra? What can you do differently in order to be better at letting go? I feel this collective, it's like you hold on to things with such a tight grip, and then you don't understand or question why things go a certain way that wasn't completely ideal for you or satisfying, right? But it just seems like you're all caught up in your Libran head at certain points in regards to how somebody, if not multiple people, live and or work, how something's proceeding. I need you to understand that even with certain annoyances or things that test your patience, bad energy, Maybe it's noise factors playing into it. You made the right choice. Okay, it's going to proceed in your favor. You need to remember this. But the last of your oracle before we move on to the tarot portion of your reading. Wow. Everything happens for a reason. Now, I have this tattooed on my chest for so many reasons, but the main one is because these are words to live by. Everything happens for a reason, if not multiple, and you need to remember this because, Libra, you walk a very, very purposeful path where there's no coincidences, all right? You're going to feel like everything's connected more than ever. The stars are aligning for you as well. And I feel like you want to be more understood while then wanting your privacy. So then I feel like that doesn't leave the space and the room for people to understand you more. Does that make sense? Random. What else do we have for Libra for the next 48? Oh, there's something about your mind taking a huge highlight. I got that in the first attempt as well. It is shining bright at this time. And you may be feeling a little bit more lively at this time. Maybe feeling a bit more showy in a somewhat of a chill way. All right. But what else do we have for Libra? The Ten of Swords, because they're saying enough is enough, right? Enough is enough with what you've been doing on repeat with these, when it comes to these patterns, these cycles. But I also feel like they're saying that endings from the past are popping up within your mind, your awareness, maybe your dream state playing into it. And I feel like there's a lot of purpose in regards to this. And part of which, once again, is Spirit saying in different ways that, again, you will always learn the way along the way because you have when it comes to your past. And they're also saying embrace change in both small, medium, and large ways, as one typically can lead to another. But I feel like you're wanting fresh energy. You're wanting things to maybe feel less stale, less expected. And then they're saying, well, sometimes the way you go about creating that, where your control does lie, is addressing the patterns. But the Three of Wands over here, because it feels like you're looking to the horizon, and Spirit is saying, when you're doing so, are you completely expecting the best? I feel like partially, but there's a sense of you needing to more than ever look forward and visualize a better life for yourself. I'm not saying don't appreciate, don't feel a sense of gratitude for what's at hand currently, because there's a lot to be grateful for, to appreciate. But I feel like there's such significance and importance to you looking forward to the horizon, to the near future, maybe your future in general. And okay, thinking big is what I'm hearing. Don't think small, but there's a sense of you needing to more than ever utilize optimism when it comes to your future to your advantage. Let's remember you're a manifester. Let's remember that you hold that magical power, that skill set. So in all moments, you need to be holding yourself accountable. And there's great importance in regards to when you're looking forward, when it comes to that. Anyways, but I also feel like you need to be cleansing your energy quite thoroughly. If you don't label yourself or consider yourself an empath, so be it. But I'm feeling like water is going to be a great tool for you when it comes to that. I'm being drawn to look out the window where one of my roommates is putting on like a rotating back and forth sprinkler for the grass. They take it very seriously. But I just feel like there needs to be, I'm getting multiple messages from that being, that could be a fun way for me to go out and get some energy cleansed, right? I'm not going to do that, excuse me. But I do feel there needs to be more enjoyment within your energy field, within your life, okay? So in certain moments, if you recognize, or maybe you need to question whether or not you're fully enjoying yourself, make a change, Maybe it's in regards to you just needing to spice things up at work or at home. Maybe you need to change your physical environment for a bit. But I'm now getting, you deal with certain stresses due to noise factors. I'm being drawn to look at my, what are they called? Earplugs that I typically have to wear when sleeping here. but I just feel like you're also experiencing noise, a lot of back and forth all over the place energy because of spirit. You know, a lot of you hear them very clearly through your thoughts, your dreams, a lot of messages coming to be otherwise. And so I sense that you need to, more than ever, do your best to create silence where your control does lie. Does that make sense? And I also have the Wheel of Fortune here. Absolutely beautiful. And so they're saying that in the center of your reading, there's progress, there's movement. The wheel is turning in your individual Libra favor. And that in of itself, I can't even speak at this point, that in of itself will feel so damn satisfying. But I really feel like you're going to be more than ever with certain levels of adjusting, efforts of importance otherwise. You're going to be conquering your individual path, and that will feel rewarding. That's going to create amazing results for you, as we're needing you to not only, again, enjoy yourself and explore more, but to embrace the empowerment that grows in the next 48 quite rapidly, even unexpectedly. But let's wrap up your reading by saying that life is about to improve for you. Okay, life is about to get a lot better, for some 10 times better, and it starts with you. All right, and also, once again, let's root back to the beginning of the reading by saying your path, your journey carries on forward. All right, you keep it moving, and you will always, like you have, learn the way along the way. All right, so those are your messages for the next 48, Libra. I hope they were truly helpful. Love and light.